Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back or welcome to another Bangs audio review. Today I've got the Letshuoer S12 2024 Anniversary Edition for you. Yes, I have been really looking forward to doing this review um, because, well, all right, first hold on. Pause the video, go down into the description, click on the link for either, well, I don't know if they're back in stock on AliExpress at the Letshuoer site yet or not, but I'll link it. And Amazon, which is where I got mine, they're freaking on sale on Amazon right now. Why are these on sale? Like, why? There's no reason for them to be on sale. They only made 2024 of them, so you need to just go buy them. Okay, okay. Pause, buy, welcome back, and now we'll talk about them. Letshuoer, jeez, wow. My very first IEM was the S12 Pro. So yeah, I could be biased on that. And the fact that these were kind of like waiting for me when I got out of surgery a couple of weeks ago. And I've spent 2 weeks with them, and they've been with me through like thick and thin and horrible breakthrough pain and, sleepless nights and just, every time I needed a freaking break from it, I put these in because they're just freaking beautiful. Like, just beautiful. What a beautiful set. Okay, so cart before the horse. There you go. If I haven't convinced you yet, you will be convinced. And I also never buy electronic equipment for an investment reason, right? Like that's a that's a bad freaking plan. But I can guarantee you this. I will guarantee you this. That once this is sold out, and it will sell out because they've already sold through 1,000 of them. You're going to see them much higher on the secondary and tertiary markets. I'm talking, eBay and Mercari and whatever. People are going to charge monies for these. Okay, so if you can get them for 200 now, just freaking get them. Don't resell them. Enjoy them. Okay, that's just. But I'm just saying, if you don't get them on release, you're going to end up, and you really end up wanting them, you're going to pay more. That's just how this is going to go. Unless for some weird reason they decide to make another 2024 of them. Who knows? Maybe they will. They probably can, But it is limited. 2024 edition, 8th anniversary. Why do you think I mean, 8th. Like, people usually celebrate like in 10s and 25s and 50s and stuff like that. But I did a little tiny bit of research, and the number 8 is an especially good number in China. So it's like luck and prosperity and good fortune. And it's pronounced Ba. And I guess that is very close in sound to Fa, which means good fortune, wealth, good luck, that kind of stuff. So that is why they're celebrating the 8th anniversary versus the 10th anniversary. They'll probably celebrate the 10th too, but that's fine. Whatever. They can do whatever. If they keep making IMs like this, they can do whatever the F they want to do, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's get to the unbox. This is, you know what? I can take or leave the unboxing, but I got to admit, I was impressed. I was impressed with this. This beautiful, coppery, rosy gold, just nice outer sleeve. Underneath, you've got the embossed, logo. Then you open up to this thing, which is like a freaking medallion, 8th anniversary on it. With it's like a little keepsake. It does convert into a keychain should you want to do that. I'm probably going to leave mine right the way that it is. And then look at these tips. Freaking amazing. I can't believe I haven't put these tips in yet. I mean, the foams, but I just went, listen, coming out of surgery, had to go with Divinous Velvet. I just had to, because I didn't want to mess around with tips. So that's what I tested them with. But these are high quality tips: vocal, balanced, and memory foam. So there you go. Nice job there. Terminations, there's a couple of them. The 3.5's in the case with the 4.4. So you get modular cable, 3.5, 2.5, and 4.4 balanced as well. Get a little placard there. Warranty card. Whoa. Warranty card. Yeah. And a user manual. Oh, so freaking classy, man. So freaking classy. And then this is the other end of your keychain. So if you want to walk around with that medallion on a keychain and your keys and be really like the coolest person ever, because nobody knows what the heck it is, but yeah, you got it. It's right here. So I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to get overly excited about unboxings because they can range from really underwhelming to pretty cool. This one, I don't know. I think they just nailed it. I do. I think they really nailed it. It's a special set for them, you can tell. And they wanted to make it special in the unbox, and I'm so happy that they did. All right, so there's the included stuff. You obviously get the earphones and the cable as well. So the cable is in typical Letshuoer fashion. Extremely nice. Like just excellent finishes on it. They match the IEMs. Here, let's get some light on this. It's going to be a little shiny, but should put some on it anyway. There we go. So yeah, you see the face plates here? Oh, they're a little bit scratchy. That's my fault. But it's going to happen. You know, it's high polished metal. I'm sure I can polish them up pretty well. And then, yeah, your Y-split matches, your termination matches. Oh, they're so freaking gorgeous, man. So gorgeous. All right. Size is good, too. Obviously, the build quality is impeccable. Yeah, they just did a nice job, guys. Really nice job. So, as far as the specs go, if I can remember this off the top of my head, I'll try. Sensitivity is 102, and resistance is 16. And the frequency range is 20 hertz to 40 kilohertz. So fairly standard, a little bit on the... All right, so let's look at it this way. It's a planar magnetic driver, right? It's their flagship 14.8 millimeter planar magnetic driver, newer generation one. I don't know if it's in anything else. I should probably have checked to see if it was in the S15. It could be, I suppose. But as far as I know, this is the only one that's utilizing this particular planar driver. And it is amazing. It does take a little bit more to get this going, being that it is a planar. So even though the sensitivity is pretty good at 102 and the resistance isn't too high at 16, it does take more juice to drive it and to get it to really perform. Well, I mean, geez, it's one of those sets where you can listen to it low volume, medium volume, high volume. It doesn't matter, but I would drive it. I would definitely get over like the 250 milliwatt area if I could, and I did for the most part. You know, everything was above that anyway. I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss it. That's the thing. I just want you to experience it in like all of its glory, because it is definitely the best planar magnetic earphone I've ever listened to. And that's with all of the deference and respect in the world to my favorite RDT10. The RDT10 is a different animal. Everybody knows that, who's tried it now or heard about it or whatever. It's a different animal, right? It's amazing. It's a super crazy good value. This is the classy, more traditional version of Artie. Now, Artie, you gotta understand, Artie is related to Letshuoer. It's under the umbrella. It makes sense that they wouldn't want to have a $60 or $70 IEM outperform a $200 flagship, right? Um, and obviously the Artie was kind of a special situation because I don't think anybody saw that coming. I certainly didn't. Um, I did see this coming. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, okay, so that's what's happening. Because when they released the S15, I was a little bit pissed off about the fact that it was $330, and I'm like, what the heck happened to the S12 series? Like, what is going on there? That was going to be like, I was really looking forward to that, and then they announced the 2024, and then they released it, and then I heard it, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I 100% get it. Yeah. Okay. They kind of like saved their best for last kind of thing with this. I'm not saying because I haven't heard the S15 that it's better than the S15, but my feeling like it probably is better than the S15. I'm thinking. Anyway, for me, I was going to include that for me situation, right? Um, yeah, the graph and the Sonics we'll get to. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because honestly, like I didn't make notes because there were no notes really necessary for this set. But there are definitely some things that are worth mentioning about it, other than the fact that it's just freaking amazing. First and foremost, it is a planar, right? We've gone over that. I've already said that, obviously. But it acts like a planar. It doesn't act like it's, you know, again, with the already like a planar dynamic driver, like combination kind of crazy stuff going on. No, it's full planar. There is like, if you like planar magnetic drivers, you're going to love it. If you don't, then you'd probably still love it. But I'm just going to say maybe not as much, because it does have the sheen, it has the sparkle, it has the cascading treble effects. Just very, lots of fairy dust, like very just enveloping, like cascading. That word cascading just keeps coming into my head when I think about the treble on this, because it's undeniably planar, but it's undeniably like crystalline, clear, freaking amazing, and somehow not fatiguing. Somehow or other, they kept it from being fatiguing, and I don't know. I don't know how they did that, because, even fans of the S12 and the S12 Pro, like, that can get spicy. Like, that can get a little bit too much at times, depending on genre, volume, your tolerance level. It's not, sometimes it's a bit much. I still don't, like, completely understand how I ended up, like, not running away from the hobby. That was my first ever IEM, freaking S12 Pro, go figure. But I guess I knew something then about quality, because these guys certainly don't skimp on that. Let's see here on the graph. Channel matching is very good. I'm not going to call it perfect because it's not, but it's close enough. The balance is what really sets this set apart. You can see, if I can get in there a little bit for you. Yeah, it's got good sub bass extension. It's got a nice amount of mid bass. There's no tuck. That is not a tuck. Don't even think about thinking that that's a tuck. It does not tuck. The mid bass is strong. And then the mids are clear, precise, clean. Just a tiny, just the right amount of warmth to them. Ear gain is basically perfection. And then the treble is, again, just about perfection. Like, it's got nice energy and extension. It doesn't scream at you. It does not. There's no spiky, piercy, hot, sizzly stuff going on. It's just freaking amazing. I don't know how, like, really to get this across, because there are sets that are balanced, that are good, right? There's the SM4. That's a good, balanced set. There's things like the, I'll even call it, like, the Iden 2 is a pretty, like, good example of a balanced, neutral-ish, but still kind of fun set, This has something else going on entirely with the way that it presents. And I think the best word to describe it for me, from what I experienced, is texture. Everything has texture. So it's not just like a bass guitar note. It's like you can almost feel like you're pulling the string yourself or picking it if you use a pick. It You can almost feel the reverberation of the snare drum in your hand when the drummer is hitting it. And obviously the cymbals, just cascading, like just everything extends out like in such a way where it almost feels like endless in a way. It kind of just doesn't stop, you know? That being said, it's so clean, clear, and precise that it's 100% like a reference style, you know, between the neutrality, the balance of it. But you can critical listen, like, you can use this to mix. This definitely is something you could use to like mix a record, like, but at the same time, enjoying the hell out of the record that you're mixing. I don't know. I don't know. I was wondering how I was going to sort of approach this, because I understand that two things. I get excited, and also that my taste may not be yours. Okay, like that's everybody has their own sort of style that they like, and if you're like a fan of like straight Harmon, like the Nova or the SM4 or something like that, might not quite be to your standards. If you're a bass head, it might not quite, but I don't even want to say that because the bass on it is so freaking good. Like it presents the rumble. Like if you want rumble, it's got rumble. I checked all my hip hop tracks, and I checked Slaughter to Prevail and the bass drops, like I always do, and it was just like so good. Just so freaking good. Yeah, soundstage is excellent. It's got an immersive character to it without being confusing or incoherent. What was it? It was like the texture, the placement, separation. For the love of separation. Good old Elvis Toast Patterson. Nobody knows who that is, Chris. Yeah, like a wide receiver separating from Elvis Patterson. Like seriously, the separation is like, it's mind-boggling. I was saying last time, like, how if you've got the right set, like the Dunu Titan S2, for example, like, maybe not the most resolving, but still pretty well. Resolves pretty well. This one resolves like nobody's business. Like you can literally just, okay, I'm going to listen to this instrument, and I want to listen to every single thing about this instrument that I can possibly get my ears on, even though there's other tracks playing, even though there are other instruments and vocals and stuff like that going on. You can zero in on one instrument, one note on one instrument. Like you can drill down as far as you want to in critical listening with this set. That's it. Texture, separation, imaging, placement, layering. Gah, just like, wow. I am so impressed with this set. Like, unless something crazy happens, this is my IAM of the year for 2024. It is. It's just there's just nothing else I don't foresee. I mean, I could be wrong because that's, stuff happens. I could be blindsided by something. But from a technical standpoint and an enjoyment standpoint, I haven't heard a better set this year than the S12 2024. I just haven't. And I've heard a lot of good sets, guys. You know that. There are a lot of sets out there that I really, really like a lot. Nothing's better than this one. Nothing that I've run across, nothing that I've heard, nothing that I've reviewed. They just freaking nailed it. They nailed it. I don't know. They nailed it. So, graph, okay, doesn't tell the story, you know? I mean, it does. Like, that's right. It's correct. But, you know, like, the graph doesn't tell you how amazing this set is, how engaging it is, how well it performs technically, how amazing the soundstage is, how defined and textured all the notes from all the different instruments are, and just it doesn't do it, you know? Like you can look at a graph and go, yeah, that looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. This set is like just a million times better than that graph is indicating. And the graph is good. So there you go. Okay. It's a great graph. And the IMs are even better. Yeah. That was it. So I felt compelled. I had to get this out because it's gonna go, guys. It's not gonna be around, and you know I'm not doing affiliate links. I'm not making commission. I reached out to Letshuoer to see if they wanted to partner up, and they said no, they're all set for right now. And I was like, I'm gonna promote you anyway because I love your stuff. So I'm not getting a kickback. I didn't get a free set. I'm not getting commission. I'm getting nothing for doing this. This is just me telling you how much I fucking love this set. And that if you're a fan of Letshuoer or a fan of planars, that you should save up and get it, or you should take out a loan and get it. Just kidding. Don't be irresponsible. If you can afford to get it. Like now. Okay? Like now, before it's gone. Because if you don't, you'll be paying probably $300 or $400 for it in a couple of months. Just letting you know. If not more. Well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's it for today. This is my IM of the year for 2024, unless something crazy happens between now and the end of the year. I don't think it's going to, but I've been wrong before. Just ask my wife. I'm going to leave you with that. Go get yourself a set if you can. Just do it. You will not be sorry, I promise. And if you don't like it, I'll buy it from you, and then I'll resell it for $300 in a couple of months. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Be careful, be safe, be nice. Love y'all. Nothing but peace to you. And we'll see you real soon. Oh, the sub, by the way, sounds great. We'll get to that. Peace.